Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in a final match of the night. It is the elimination match. Whoever wins this is going to be going to the round of 16, and whoever loses will just forever be remembered as the round of 32 finisher. It's going to be this player spawning in the top right of merry-go-round, representing Root for Root Gaming. It is going to be SuperNova.
And his opponent in the 6 o'clock spawn in the blue trunks, representing Global Esports Management, it is our Zerg player NesTea.
NesTea versus SuperNova. Gonna be a new match, so it's not like a rematch. I always worry for players that lose in their first match and then have to rematch in the second. But then, like, historically, I feel like they win. You know, like they'll lose their first match and then they'll win again.
Yeah, you do get that a fair bit.
A lot of the times, yeah.
Because they've sized up their opponent, they've kind of got a feel of what's going down.
Mm-hmm. Back with a vengeance or something like that. So, but you know what? Fortunately, my darling did fall, and it is going to be SuperNova here versus NesTea, which is actually a match that should be pretty cool, as it is a ZVT, two Korean players going at each other, though. Whoa! Gonna lose a drone, NesTea is. So that's actually already a win for SuperNova, just getting the scouting info and then getting the drone kill. Big deal. So I've seen people GG after that, man.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think people tend to GG after one drone kill, but maybe. Maybe, you know, in such a high stakes game as getting to the round of 16, then maybe that's the time. SuperNova behind that Reaper, just going for a straight expansion. Really standard play out of him. Keeping that Reaper active in front of NesTea's base. Just making sure that that no big swells of lings are coming out, that no interestingly timed drones are going to be sneaking their way across the map. And what that does is it means that he keeps NesTea under control and in a manageable location.
Yeah. I see here, though, NesTea is pulling out of gas. He does have one in there. He's already going for the speed. And he is not doing his roach build that he did on King Sejong before. He's just playing it out, and it looks to be standard. And you keep in that gas in order to deal with any kind of tech that the Terran player might throw at you in the mid-game. And we already see here for SuperNova that that's a very early starport. And he is making Hellions himself. And this is a medevac, so I'm looking for that armory, man. Where is that armory at? Usually you'll see this with Hellbats. If there was a tech lab on the barracks, then you would assume that it would be Cloak Banshee Hellion. But with the medevac, usually you would think that it's going to be Hellbats, but we don't even see any armory, so he might just be like a two-pronged attack with some drops or something.
Yeah, or maybe, just maybe, he forgot the armory.
Oh, that too.
I don't think it is that, but it could be that. This is a nice attack coming out. Nice attack coming out of SuperNova, actually. Pushing with the Marines at the front, killing off that Overlord, and delaying any potential Ling reinforcements. They are going to now try and come and chase off those Hellions, but this attack towards the third, this could actually get the cancel. But I think it's almost certain to do so. Yeah, there it is.
He goes and he gets it, and, well, even if they don't have Hellbats here to make use of those medevacs, he's just gonna have Marines here. He has 4, and you know what? He has 6 actually with the Reaper as well. And this is a lot of units here from SuperNova, and he has some staying power with that medevac. But there are 4 queens here, and queens are no joke when it comes to defending stuff like this.
No, they're actually really tanky, considering they only cost minerals, and they're a spellcaster. They're the only spellcaster that only costs minerals in the game, and this is doing so much damage, actually, this attack out of SuperNova. Like, so many queens have died. The medevac now finally going down. This wave of links looks like it might well clean up the last forces of SuperNova. But this attack has so paid for itself.
It was very important that he did get that medevac, though. So, NesTea grabbing that medevac kills every one of those units that pushed and is still up ahead by 9 drones. So, I guess losing the third really does suck, though. So, unfortunately for NesTea, he does lose his third base, and he has to remake it, while SuperNova is going to be able to start making his SCVs, saturate up that base, and then decide what he wants to go for next. We saw him go for that mech style in the TVT, and I'm wondering if he is going to be going for it here in this TVZ on merry-go-round, too. So far, it's looking like he is, but he's still making Marines.
Yeah, and Marines aren't going to do so well against these Banes that are likely
Oh
to be
God,
coming
yeah.
out of NesTea.
There's a Baneling nest, you're right. And also, more Lings are on the way. No Evo Chambers and no Lair. So all of the gas is going to be going into these Banelings. But then this Viking is going to be supply blocking NesTea. So he might try to refill that supply with a bunch of Lings, and then he's going to get supply blocked as he loses them all around the map. But this Banshee also is going to be doing work, getting 2 kills already. Third kill is going to go down, and he just flies on out. Cloak not quite done, not quite finished yet.
That's so many Banelings.
Oh my
so
God.
many Banelings coming in. All of SuperNova's forces are just sat outside the third, trying to harass the queens, trying to cause trouble. And that is 24 Banelings tempo moving towards the natural in quite a scary way. That scary way that only Banelings can move, where you know that you can't kill them fast enough. You can't kill them fast enough to stop that wall going down.
Yeah, the Waddle of Death, he's going for it. And you know what? There is a third command center, so NesTea has to do critical damage. Oh my God, is he going to be able to get all of those SCVs that are going up?
Oh, he's
going to be down.
So many of them.
Oh! So many of them go down. But a good thing here for SuperNova is that those SCVs died for a good cause, as they didn't allow the wall to go down into the main. So they all did die, but he's not going to lose anything else, and he's going to be able to get a good Hellion count as he does push into the third location, now into the natural of NesTea, who's going to try to hold on to this Hellbat Banshee push with just Banelings and Lings. Is he going to be able to do it, though? Oh, big hits on the
I
Hellbats.
think he might be able to. Those Hellbats are absorbing a bit too much of the Baneling damage, as they so often do. There is a remaining Banshee that's just trying to avoid the... avoid the spore crawlers as best it can, but at this point the natural kind of being ravaged, but SuperNova's managed to clean it up a little bit. He has a lot more workers left than I thought he would, you know.
Yeah, he cleaned up his natural like really nicely. I didn't think he was going to be able to do that, and he got it. So I think he's in a nice position because he has that third command center, and now he's still even oh, he lost that Banshee, but here comes another one, and look at all of these Hellions going in saying, yup, he's going to go up this ramp right quick, lining up those Banelings and getting a lot of those good hits. And he's going to even morph just 2 of them into Hellbats as he keeps one of them as a Hellion form. And this is a lot of damage being done here. There are no more Banelings going to be able to be produced because it has been destroyed. And no counterattack damage being done by NesTea. NesTea is on the ropes.
No, I actually thought this was going to go the way of NesTea, but then it just turns out that that SuperNova is too strong. He has got those Hellbats, he has got those Banshees that nothing can even hit anymore, and desperation, last-ditch roaches. Maybe they'll clean up the Hellbats, but there's still Banshees left. What's going to matter?
These Banshees are just going in, and it's just the Queen. Oh, she goes down. Spore Crawler going in. He's going to actually get one of those. I don't know if it's actually a female or a male Spore Crawler, but I assume that it was a male. Apologies. But he's just going to go and take out one of those Banshees, which is not bad at all. But the only bad thing is that NesTea's down to 26 workers.
Yeah, down to 24 now. Number is rapidly falling. This Banshee's being as annoying as they can. And back at home, SuperNova macroing himself into safety, getting some Thors, getting some Hellbats to tank. In general, this is looking pretty good. And there's not that many roaches being made, or that have been made by NesTea. It's just a case of how annoying can SuperNova be with this Banshee before even getting it out. Oh, you don't want
13 kills, and he's not done yet. He's going to continue to look for things that he can kill. And he's going to pick off a Roach, but he's not even going to be able to. GG. NesTea falls 1 game. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the potential last game of the night. It is going to be this TVZ in the final match of the night between this Terran player spawning in the bottom left corner, also known as the kind of 7 o'clock position. It is going to be the root representative, the blue Terran, SuperNova.
Indeed it is, and his opponent for what could potentially, but hopefully is not, the final time tonight, spawning in the top right in the red, representing global esports management and playing Zerg, it is NesTea. Used to be I am NesTea, but it lacks that now. It's like now it's GM NesTea, which doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, right. You gotta.
Yes.
I used to love that. Just I am Nest. Any of the I am players were awesome.
Yes.
I
I
am
am
Lucy, like,
Dongregu.
you know. But
Yeah.
oh well. Rip. I am, man. Those were
Yeah.
some strong teams, man. LGIM was just such a strong team.
And then now just gone. We still got Samsung Galaxy though. Still got
They're all in like Kespa. Yeah, a lot of the IM players
Yeah.
are in Kespa now, which is not surprising to me at all.
No, of course not.
So
But
actually,
they are strong in general.
mhm. But here we go. Looks like
On the
I
note
am
of
being
strong.
bunker rushed as.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
be
am
careful.
bunker rushed.
But you know what? This is good though. And NesTea is gonna get this very early. That first bunker doesn't allow the hip hopping of the rest of them. And oh, look at that though. This may be actually SuperNova's plan all along in order to get those drones out even farther, so they have a long way to go back. And he gets a lot of his Marines here, not getting intercepted. So that's 3 Marines. Oh my god, this is pretty scary here for NesTea as he has 8 lings on the way. And that bunker.
Yeah, adding some more in now, 10 actually. But still, this you're just seeing these Marines kind of dancing forwards, dancing backwards. The back bunker, we're just going to see the drones kited back to it, and actually not even getting caught because the drones can't get behind them. So, oh no, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one. But now they're in an awkward position. These drones are going to go ahead and try to go to the barracks to kill any of the reinforcements. That's the best that they can do. But he's losing so much mining time. He really needs to make something happen, and this is what he's going to do. This is actually a good idea if he's able to get them all. If ever the other Marines get all together again, then it's not as good. This is good that NesTea doing
gets
this,
one though.
actually.
Gets one. No, NesTea just catching one. There's now another. There's 2 left. Yeah, that guy who's in a bunker has moved up to the other one. So he's actually threatening the hatchery, just generally trying to be as annoying as possible. And the drones are all out on the map, don't forget. So NesTea's income is significantly reduced based on his already low drone count. You know, drone count of 12, but there's 7 on the map.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of the reinforcements so he doesn't just die. But I think that's perfectly fine for now because he didn't just lose the game straight up. And it gives him a chance to at least try to macro out of it, as he does have that second hatchery, rather. But that mining time, like you were saying, is pretty big. And you know what? He's lost a lot. He's down to 11. And SuperNova has 1 base, but he does have mules, and he does have a second base on the way.
Yeah. NesTea's natural is going to contribute a lot in the way of hatcheries of lava though, because obviously that extra hatchery does provide the extra resource that limits Zerg more than any other, and that is quite a big deal that that's still alive. So SuperNova really needs to do something about that. To be honest, he needs to get himself in a position where he can wield his Terran fist and stamp down on some Zerg skulls.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. So it's exactly what he would love to do. Though, looks like NesTea is going to go out onto the map, but that lets SuperNova go in, and this may be better for him because he's going to be able to get a good wraparound on these Marines, but are there enough lings? Drones even coming down, and damn, the micro is moving back. Oh, man. That is a lot of damage being done. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
SuperNova is just getting work done right now with these really small handful of units.
Yeah, that is not a good position to be in as NesTea, knowing that you just lost as much as you did, losing all of your defensive lings, knowing you've now got to make more lings just to hold the push, and that SuperNova is going to keep pushing across the map to stop you all the while. Now kiting those Marines back. This wave, I think, is going to get repelled, but instantly reinforcements, just every single time there's more and more reinforcements, and being ranged units, you know, the Marines attack first, the Marines attack last every time the lings engage.
Yeah. And he's got a lot of I mean, how much, surprisingly, actually, SuperNova has lost 1359 resources, and NesTea has lost 1106, but what that bar doesn't show is how much of the mining time he's lost. So, although it looks like, you know, yeah, NesTea's ahead now because of that, no, he actually hasn't been mining as much, and he's down in workers this whole time, so... It was a lot of mining time lost. Like, usually you even think about just pulling a few probes or a few drones off the line to do something, and it's like, damn, think of the mining time lost. But that was, like, minutes of mining time lost there for NesTea in the earliest stages of the game.
Yeah, and early stages, of course, matter more because of the snowballing effect of macro. And Here we have NesTea kind of stabilizing. You know, he's had the chance to repel those forces, but SuperNova's had a bit of chance to recoup his losses as well. He managed to get those barracks out safely. He's managed to get them into his base now, and of course, now they're in the base, he's in a position to use them. He can actually defend against any attack that were to come out of NesTea, and NesTea's not on the right side of the map to be doing any damage in the first place. He's just trying to go through these rocks, opening up that route towards the third base, towards the gold base, sorry, which I think he may take as his third, as we saw him do against Stardust earlier. And SuperNova's been giving every opportunity to get himself into a safe spot.
Look at this. Yeah, I really like it. The transition into mech, as these Banshees are going to keep NesTea very busy, having to invest more into defense, like with the Spore Crawlers, and just using these drones in order to try to survive for a little bit longer and just dealing with the current threat that is at hand. But then eventually SuperNova is just going to have this big army that he's going to be able to overrun NesTea with, because he's been just trying to survive this whole game. Never really getting enough traction or foothold in the game to really do any damage to try to equalize with SuperNova.
Yeah, I mean, SuperNova now pushing out with these Hellions as well, trying to make sure that it stays that way.
This is rough. I mean, what is NesTea going to do? He's going Roaches right now. SuperNova is going to be going for, mech again, getting these Hellions out. So luckily for NesTea, he should be able to deal with those Hellions with the Roaches. But that is given that they get out in time. He's making 6 drones and only 3 Roaches. And this is a big force coming out of SuperNova. Oh my god. I don't think he actually has enough. This is a perfect time that SuperNova's hitting at.
Yeah, we do see some Roaches in production, some emergency Roaches, but once again, SuperNova just going, I see the Roach Warren, you Zergs like to build it in the wall, don't you? And he immediately kills it off, cutting off the wave of reinforcements, and at that point, you've got a hold with Lings. Lings do not fight Hellbats very well at all. Banelings do a good job, I will give them that, but here, no Banelings in sight. We're just seeing Hellbats pushing forward, Marines fighting Roaches, which they're not good on, but it doesn't matter. That overwhelming Terran force looks like it's just going to crush through everything NesTea has.
And I think he is going down. The Roach Warren is down. Oh, Roach Warren is about 3/4 of the way back. NesTea is holding. Queen is... Oh, Queen can't even hit the Banshee because it just can't see it. So if it goes down, there's nothing else that can shoot that except for that Spore Crawler. And more is coming out of here from SuperNova. He is just rallying stuff across the map. Surprised that he's still dealing with these Evo Chambers instead of going for that drone line. I guess maybe because of the Spine Crawler. Just getting any damage that he can get done.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe it's just a safety precaution, just to make sure, you know, that we don't see NesTea try and squeeze out any upgrades during this final engagement. If this is the final engagement, I may be counting my chickens, because SuperNova, he's looking incredibly good at this point, and NesTea seems unable to muster any kind of particularly strong army. But as I say it, a Roach wave comes out. That might be what it is needed.
Honestly, though, like, look, all the damage being done, 51 workers from SuperNova to the 21 of NesTea. It is just bad. Even if he gets the Roaches out, how do you deal with the Banshees, right? You have to use these immobile Spore Crawlers. I guess they are technically mobile, but as soon as they root, he just backs off, kills them with his ground army, and then moves on back in. 3 Banshees are in the sky. Oh boy, this is just brutal right now. SuperNova is laying the smacketh down on NesTea from above, from below, from everywhere, from all sides, and it is just not looking good at all. GG.
Not good at all. GG.